Yeah, they couldn't see you when that be, but now. So where we back? We back. Society's culture, man. Huh? You? Yeah, they see you now. You good? Black Adam over here wilding. Society's culture. We back, man. 2022, new year, new groove. Gonna give it to y'all. Try to hit y'all over there with a lot of content this year, man. I'm gonna make Black Adam a star. I know he don't think he could be a star, but this dude here, man, he finna take off. Make sure my guy get up.
Time, baby. I'm going on me and Elon.
You and Elon.
200,000 and make it over
there. But yeah, man. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that other stuff. And follow us on everything: Instagram, Society's Culture, No, I ain't got no Facebook. What it is? I think Twitter got one. Society, it's Society's Culture, everything. And all your local DSPs, Spotify, Society's Culture, man.
Let me ask you this. You know what I'm saying? We live right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, well, we're not live, but we are whatever we doing. You gonna put us on the black dude Instagram shit? Type Instagram shit.
What you do?
Oh damn, what was his name? It's supposed to be like a new platform, black owned, black created.
Oh, I think I know you're talking about. I saved it. Yeah. I'm gonna try to get. I'll try to send him some stuff. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know that our channel. I mean, I know this channel ain't about promoting or anything, but what do you think? I mean, I haven't logged on to it. I have seen it come across my timeline. I haven't downloaded the app. What do you think about that for our culture to have our own?
And we done had this discussion before. The internet allows us to say fuck the middleman for the most part.
Right.
But with that, it comes to whoever came up with said app or distribution hub or whatever you're doing to actually put the work in, like the middleman. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not doing that, and if you're just out for a quick money grab or you're just out to take advantage, then I just don't see you working out. And a lot of these people who don't love what they do, they just look for it as money or whatever. You don't go nowhere. And that's what I see a lot. I see a lot of people come up with dope ass ideas and it don't go nowhere because you don't love doing what you do. You see what I'm saying? So if he love to see, black people, minorities, or whoever he choose on his platform win, and when gripes and grievances come up from said creators or individuals who participate in his app, you know what I'm saying, to make changes to help these people win, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if I had an app and I'm bringing all these people to my app, whether it's like an app like Twitter or Facebook, Instagram, or whatever, and then people start complaining to me about, hey man, these are the things that we need this app to do, or this, that, and the third, and I'm like, man, I ain't worried about that shit. Either y'all, you could be here or you can go back to motherfucking wherever you just came from. You know what I'm saying? That means that you don't love it, that you don't care about the creators, you don't care about the people involved in it. So, but if he want to do it, I'm all for people creating new shit and trying to say fuck the middleman. I do think the middleman exists for a reason, because some people do need a record deal or a movie deal or whatever. But also at the end of the day, I do a lot of stuff, whether it's making movies or plays or whatever, without a middleman. You know what I'm saying? And to be able to put that on a platform and get it out to whether it's one person to 100,000 people, I'm grateful for it. So I'm with it.
All right. I'm vastly interrupted, but it came across my mind, so I just brought it up. I know it. That's probably far-fetched from Black Adam, but
that's a good question, man. A lot of people don't understand what the magnitude of what the internet is. We were just having a conversation. Remember, I was talking about Oculus, Meta, and all this other shit, and how crazy it's going to be in the next 15, 20 years. People don't understand the magnitude of the internet, man. You know what I'm saying? The internet went from being able to send a text or whatever to what the fuck we doing now. Look at what we doing now. That shit happened in You know what I'm saying?
5 years.
Not even a generation of people to doing the crazy shit that we're doing now. So nah, man, I think more people should understand what the internet actually is, what it allows you to do, how close you are to your Chinese brother, how close you are now to your Indian brother, your African brother, your Afghan brother, whoever, your Australian shit, aliens, whatever. We are close now. Ain't no such thing as, nah, bro, I ain't trying to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you log in, get your info, talk to whoever you need to talk to.
Search the name.
Search the name.
Location, like, and you can be there.
You could be there. You know what I'm saying? Without even leaving your motherfucker in the comfort of your living room. So yeah, but now that's a dope question, man. That's a real good question. But that ain't what we're here to talk about today, though.
I understand that. Why that you see, I ain't had many comments about that. I just asked your opinion. You know what I mean?
What I want to talk about today, man, is it's something that's actually been plaguing me and a lot of I don't see people making as much of a big deal of it as I think it should be made. I know we're in the era now of acceptance and diversity, you know what I'm saying, and I'm all with that, but I do think lines exist and are drawn for a reason. I don't think all lines should be blurred necessarily, you know what I'm saying. I do think it's some crossover in some instances, but I think in sports, and I know I'll probably get some pushback, called a bigot or whatever, but I think in sports it's one place where sports is not, and when I say the spirit of sports is not racist, right? So let's just throw racism out. That's one ism that's just doesn't really exist in sports, because black versus white in sports, the black guy might, you know, for the most part might win, but it's based off of just merit, like work ethic and being strong.
But that don't mean that the white guy can't win either, though. Because if you're taking race out, I mean, it's just about competition.
Competition, right? So in the spirit of competition, racism doesn't necessarily exist in sports. I don't think so. Now, in the political side of sports, yes, but I'm just talking about pure competition, right? But what does exist in sports is sexism or sexuality, gender, right? We have male sports, we have female sports. We have that for a reason. We have for the reason of the spirit of competition.
I mean, but do we though?
Yeah, we do.
Or is that just the norm?
No, it's the spirit of competition.
I mean, because to me, it's kind of like, I mean, I know I understand how you entered into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I had to question: is it because nobody else was allowed to speak, or nobody was allowed to change themselves as of today?
No, I know we like to.
Or is it just because male and female have been the dominators for as long as we have been a race of humanity, right?
What dominators? What you mean?
Like that's been the constant. It's always been males and females, right?
Right.
Since the beginning.
No.
And that's how we will continue on.
No.
Right. If we want to continue on as a species, that should be how we continue on.
Okay. I think I'm following you. Go ahead.
But now you have a new class, a new group, so to speak.
But
okay. I'm not saying like it's new on the planet.
No.
It's new with a new powerful moving voice.
But hold on. This isn't a new species of
No. That's why I'm saying they're new to speaking, new to being heard, new to having a voice with some.
And you know what though? I'm glad you say that, because it's still separated by gender. Sports is gender specific. Man versus man, woman versus woman, boy versus boy, girl versus girl.
Right? I'm not seeing it in those pretenses. I'm saying because matter of fact, just say what our topic is.
All right. So I want to talk about, to me, and I came up with the topic: the unfairness of transgenders in sports.
Okay.
And it's only for one set of, and this is the reason why I put that, because it only goes one way. It only goes one way. Transgender in sports is only controversial when it comes to a trans man. I think I'm using that right, in female sports. A trans woman, well, no, I'm sorry. A trans woman in female sports. If a trans man was in male sports, it wouldn't even be, nobody cares. Now, I want to preference the start of this conversation with that. Why nobody cares about a woman who transitioned over to a man coming over to play male sports, if that even happens, to where they don't really, it's not talked about, nobody cares, but they care about a man who transitions to a woman and then goes over and plays women's sports. Why is that talked about and not the latter?
All right. So with that being said, right, I'm gonna go back to what I was saying before.
Okay.
Because the topic adheres to that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, I'm thinking, right, it's a new dynamic, because I don't want to say group, because it's not like the group haven't been there.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know that you couldn't fully transform before as much as you can transform now.
Okay.
So, and it's becoming a normal, acceptable, allowable situation. Surgery. I don't even know if a big thing how you can tell if the world is moving or what it's doing. And I hate to say this, is about what insurance companies are allowing. What are they willing to pay for?
But hold on.
And I know that's strange to say, but hear me out.
I'm listening.
So I don't know if they are allowing these or paying, if you got insurance, paying these people doctor bills for the surgery to transform. If they're not, then they're not. But these people are being able to transform completely now.
Let me
more
pause
so now than any other time in history.
Okay, but let me pause you for a second, because I think you're getting away from what I'm saying. I don't care.
No. I'm coming to it. I'm coming to it.
All right.
So now that we have these people showing up and they can transform, right? Transforming your gender physically, what does that say mentally, right? Okay. Now, the reason why I bring up mentally, because mentally you identify as a female.
Okay.
But you had to be, your male body has to be transformed into that.
Okay.
So you have to increase said items that you really don't have to go and be said female. Now, what?
Decrease.
Or is it decrease or increase? I mean, I don't subscribe to knowing genetically or medicine what it's supposed to be. So when y'all come and attack me, just know that I'm not a
Hopefully, hopefully we don't get attacked. This shouldn't be an attack. This is opinion.
I mean, it is what it is. If y'all come in and y'all tell me, it's increase or decrease or whatever it is, I will know. I may know from that point on, but I may forget. Okay.
It's because I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
But now the thing about it is you have to come in and get something or lose something that you didn't have at the beginning of the day.
Okay.
Now the reason why I bring up mental is because part of you of your original state will be there.
Right.
It doesn't disappear completely. So, and I come to the Penn State thing, right? Mm-hmm. And the reason why I did the mental and the physical, and more so now in history, you can change yourself more so now than in the past, is because this person, Lai Thomas, has physically changed himself.
Right.
Right. He has a mental factor where he feels like he should be a woman.
Okay.
Right. But previously, him as a boy, he was a competitor.
Right.
And a fine male competitor. Right? Mentally, he competed. Not just physically. Mentally, he competed. Mentally, he used his male attributes to compete against other males.
Right.
Now he's going to take those same attributes that he used to compete against a stronger, faster, more suitable opponent, and take those same things and go and compete against a female component that has never, let me not say never competed against a male, right? Because she may have competed against her brother, her cousins, some people at a swim meet, but not to the degree where everything was on it. Not in the competition form. Because once again, that's why I said this is something new, right? Lee Thomas is the benefactor of it being new, right? And he's taking his mental male attributes.
She.
What did I say?
You say he. I don't want to get attacked. She.
Well, he was a he when I'm talking about him when he was competing.
Oh, you talking past. Okay.
He taking those mental attributes, and now she is competing against other females with those male attributes.
Right.
So she's going to dominate, or she should be capable of dominating.
Okay.
Right. So to me, we're on the cusp of something new. Now, I don't know if lies should be allowed to compete because it's not beginning to end for a lie. Like the beginning was you competing with males, and you were pretty goddamn, to a degree, you were successful.
No, wasn't.
He was successful. He made the swim teams.
Oh, you're saying just making the team. Okay. No, I thought you were saying because
no. I'm not saying like, on the global scale he was a champion or no shit like
okay.
Like that. I'm just saying he made many swim teams.
Right. But to me that matters. Okay. Not because I don't. Are you wrapping it up? I got some stuff.
No. I think what you were stopping me at saying that he wasn't like some elite talent.
Right.
And mentally, that might be where he wanted to be, was the elite talent. So now I'm taking a different route to do it. But I'm saying that you were successful because me as a parent, me as a child, I've been cut from teams because there's been other people who were better than me.
Right. Understood.
So to me, if you made all those teams, you were successful.
Okay, I get you. No, I understand. No, I get that. So he was an athlete. Regardless, he was an athlete.
Regardless of how far you won or what competition you won, you was an athlete. And now you're taking all of that athletic talent, all those athletic years of training, all of that. Not saying that females are not trained at the same time, but now you're taking it over here where you know that you can dominate. You didn't look at the numbers, you didn't look at the records, you didn't look at the speed time. And then even in that article that I read, the females were like, it's all fake. We're not really cheering for him. We're not really cheering for you, bro. You already knew you was faster than us.
Right.
You knew.
Right.
You just came over here and now you missed a big shot. You getting the news media behind you. They even said that there was no way for them to an Ivy League school to even be in the competition of the NCAA championship without Lia Thomas. No reason they was even fucking there. Right. And I was like, damn.
If you got rid of her, they wouldn't be nowhere. They wouldn't
even be on the map.
Right.
And I'm like, that says a lot. And to the NCAA, that should also speak. But you know what the NCAA is? It's a business. All publicity is good publicity.
I'm saying that's what they're doing. They're keeping their mouth shut about it.
They keeping their mouth shut about it. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I feel like, I think one of the parents wrote this too. Nobody's saying that a transgender shouldn't be allowed to swim. Nobody's saying that a transgender should not be allowed to compete. I mean, even if they just want to go out there and compete the same day that the females swim at the college, they should be allowed to do so. But their stats, their numbers, should not go against a full-bred, only live, die, born, raised, birthed in the world female. They stats should not go against them. They should get their own. They should get their own fucking call.
I saw that. You want to do exhibition? Cool. You know what I'm saying? You
I
want to,
mean, you want to compete
because at the end of the day, you
need
compete.
your own raw stats.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, when you know, running or any kind of timed sport is really you against you.
Right.
How fast can you get? Can you overcome your last run or
Best
your last, you know what I'm saying, your best time? So yeah, you competing with yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you should be happy with that until now. This is what I want to say. I'm gonna start back over because the reason I kept saying the spirit of competition, which is what sports is. Sports is about competing.
Correct.
Hell, it's people now looking like, man, hunting ain't no sport because shit, you got the gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't no sport. That's not competition. You know what I'm saying? You out there with a gun shooting at a lion from 100 feet away. You know what I'm saying? That ain't sport. So if people could sit there and say that that's not sport, but then when it's I want to preface this, I don't want to say that she's a lion, but she's a lion in this instance. The lion, we know lions are faster than humans, comes to this competition and swims against other females. But this person is a lion. And when I say lion, just stronger, faster, could jump higher, longer legs, breathe, you know what I'm saying? Everything physiologically about them
is better.
Is bigger and better for the most part, right?
In this situation.
Well, and scientifically, from my understanding, let me not throw 100% on this, but from my understanding, scientifically, males have bigger lung capacity, right? Denser bone structure, bigger muscles, leaner, stronger, quicker. Just when it comes to anything physical, sports or whatever, we are better. If you took a handful of men, you took a handful of women, pretty sure the men gonna come out on top 9 times out of 10. Not saying that, because a lot of people are like, well, a woman can beat a man, and that ain't what I'm saying. Because yeah, you'll get a woman who, you know what I'm saying, if I went up against Serena Williams in tennis, she'll whip my ass. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
But we know when Serena Williams went up against the 200 and something man, she lost in tennis. He wasn't even top 200. She lost, right? She the number 1 female in tennis. She lost to the number 200 dude. You know what I'm saying? To me, that says a lot. That says a lot. We know that high school track stars have faster records than the world record of Olympian track stars with women. That's a fact. You see what I'm saying? So when you take Leah Thompson, who was a man, past puberty, because that's another thing too. You do this, you transition past puberty, which means you're born. Everything now is man. I don't care, you know what I'm saying, how much therapy you get. Everything, your body is saying, hey, I'm a man. That's what I am. Your body is saying that. Not what you mentally think or whatever, but your body is a man. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what, when people argue, hey, I feel like a woman, or I know I'm a woman. Yeah, you feel like that, and that's cool, but your body is a man's body, and you can't get away from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people laugh at this. I can't sit here and say, man, I feel like a dog, and I go around barking and doing all the shit that dogs do, and then I transition to have my ears look like a dog or whatever the fuck. I'm still a human. You know what I'm saying?
I guess the best thing to say is like the people who be like, I'm a vampire, or I'm an ogre, or they do all the body modifications.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you still are either male or female,
or you're a human being. At the end of the day, you're a human being.
You're a human being,
and that's what I'm saying. So when this big, I think he's like 6'2", arms, wingspan, super long, and everything about your body is meant or helps you
masculine.
Be a swimmer, right? Long arms, slender body. You don't have any drag because you don't have breasts. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got wide hips or an ass to like.
Well, eventually he does going on and get breasts now.
I didn't see him with breasts.
He looked like he was getting them holes to me, or he just had hair implants.
I seen she had long hair, but I didn't see. I mean, I could be wrong. Yeah, looking right here, chest is flat. I'll share the picture. Let me see this. Right here, flat chest. Chest is still flat. Long, the hair is long, but the chest is still flat. And I don't have my thing is, like I said, it all comes down.
But you only using that in references into the slender body build, the aerodynamics of her in the water.
But that's a male trait.
Right. That's a disadvantage for a female.
For a female.
Yes.
Right. That's what I'm saying. This is a male trait. That's all I'm saying. The male.
I mean, just in the height of competition, the females got more resistance in the water.
Right, already. And that's what I'm saying. So you going up against somebody who is already at a disadvantage in the water against you.
Correct.
So, and we can look at any sport. Basketball. Like, they're not as heavy as if you took who is good. Let's take Cambridge. You know what I'm saying? She do a lot of posts on Instagram and stuff. I don't know how tall she is, but let's put her. I want to say let's say she's 6'5". She look pretty tall. I give her 6'5", 6'6", maybe. Right, center. In the WNBA, I think she plays center.
I be feeling like she about 6'8".
Yeah. Well, even okay. But that makes it even worse. 6'8". LeBron James is 6'7". I think he might be 6'8", 6'7", 6'8". What you think gonna happen?
Oh, she's way too thin.
What you think gonna happen?
I mean, because his 6'8" is a lot more muscle mass. She's really lean.
Why her 6'8" ain't that? Why majority of women 6'8" isn't? Hell, why majority of women ain't my 6'2"? I mean, I'm athletic. So if you find an athletic 6'2" woman who came up the same way as me, you think her build gonna be the same as mine?
I don't think so.
You think she'd be to handle the punishment that I can handle?
I mean, no, because I think your physical build allows you to handle the impact.
Right. So when it comes to sports of that type of, you know what I'm saying, that nature, why would I compete against her when she is already biologically at a disadvantage? And that's what I mean by, huh?
That's a hard one.
It's not that, but that's what I mean by the spirit of competition. Yes, me and her can compete. That, and if for exhibition purposes, entertainment purposes, it's always.
I still feel like this, like I said, they just need their own stat line.
Or stat, and that's until, because somebody brought this up. If we're talking being all inclusive and everything like that, why people with one leg don't compete with people? You know what I'm saying? Why is there Paralympics? Why is there a whole different league or different?
Because they feel like they can market that. They can market that as a separate league. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think one day
is it a separate league, or are they called handicap for a reason?
Right. I think it goes more to what you told me a while ago. It's just not that many of them.
It's not. It's right.
And since it's not that many of them, they don't have enough volume to hold a sport by themselves. So you know, like how you hear me saying they should get their own stat line. Who's gonna look at it?
But so you know okay, I mean? Like, that's cool.
Like, and who's gonna compete? But because Ly Thomas is only one out of the whole league.
Nope. Cause
how many are in the league?
Ly Thomas is crushed twice in Ivy League women's swim meet by Yale competitor Isaac Hennig, who is also transitioning from female to male.
Well, that's two. How many of them is it? So,
I'm just saying. So to me, but this show.
But what I'm saying is, it's not even one at every school.
Oh no. What I'm saying is this is what I'm saying is now you have two trans females, I guess, from male to female. One lost to the other, right? But in the big scheme of things, which nobody is
No
really
female
talking
beat them. No
Huh?
female beat them.
Right, no female beat them, or the female. So that means that not only did one trans came in at first, another one came in at second, right, and then the third was a full woman, right, who's going to be overlooked, because that's what I mean by the spirit of competition in sports, right? In college, I need scholarships. You know what I'm saying? I need a scholarship to go to Yale. I'm on the swim team. I got a scholarship. He had a scholarship on the men's side. Then he transitioned over. Or I'm trying to make it to the Olympics. I don't make it to the Olympics because he took my spot. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, his best time and murk my shit.
Destroyed it. And you know what I'm saying? When you lose 3 seconds, 4 seconds, you getting credit. That's a lot of people don't understand.
That's a long fucking time.
A long time. 3 seconds. You beat me by 3 seconds. That's a lot. That was enough for him to get up out of the pool, and I'm still, you know what I'm saying? And halfway dry off, and I'm
still coming down there.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So you're taking the fairness of the genders being split the way that they are, and you're destroying that. That's not, to me, inclusivity.
You actually reducing the competition.
There you go. You're taking what I worked hard for. What this girl worked. She been swimming since 5 years old. Daddy threw her in the pool. She been training. You're gonna go to the best school that produces all the Olympic swimmers, right? Boom. You get there, and here come Lia Thomas from the boys' side
to your side.
And just destroying everything that you basically done worked for.
Every day at practice, you getting mollywop. And then the coach, you know what? They probably be at practice like, shit, hey man, we ain't gonna worry about his time up there. We're gonna just worry about our best time back here. Because we can't compete with him anyway.
We can't compete with him. But think of how that you know what I'm saying? Because this is all about feelings. The transgender people
emotionally draining, bro.
Huh?
That's emotionally draining.
It is. And that's what I'm saying. The spirit of competition isn't there because I can't compete.
Yeah.
I can't compete. You see
all right. So what do you think about the parents speaking out though? On behalf of their kids?
I think that's what you're supposed to do. If my thing is what I would do,
the students should have spoke out.
Anonymously, they did speak out. But what I would do, I applaud the parents for speaking out, but that's just speaking out ain't good enough. I would have pulled, I hate to say it, I probably would have started, it ain't gonna be good enough until parents pull their students or their kids out of said program. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not gonna be good enough until all those students take a stand and say, hey, nah, we ain't swimming. Let him swim. He got it.
But won't that be fault? Won't that be playing into the transgender hands?
As far as what? Discrimination?
Yeah.
Is it? Because now you got, see, this the thing. Now you got two fights on your hand. Remember, everything now is about.
It also sounds like you're doing segregation.
But sports is segregated. That's what I'm trying to say. Sports is the only thing that makes sense to be segregated. Male, female. It's segregated. Between genders. It's gender segregation.
But not by nothing else. I mean, because to me, he like a fifth year fucking. I mean, from what I read, he had already supposed to been almost out of college anyway.
This, like a lot of the parents say, like a lot of the students anonymously saying, you were over there on the boys' side and you wasn't doing shit. You come over here, and I've seen, and this isn't the first time that's happened. You had the boxer who did that. I can't remember what his name.
The
weightlifter that did it. Like, you get, I can't compete over here. I know where I can go motherfucking compete at though. And that ain't even, the thing is, that's not even competing.
That's not though.
That's not competing.
That's just trophy stealing.
Cause who is challenged? If you out here
to compete that bad, my boy, I would go buy you a trophy and let you lift weights.
My thing is, I guess.
But are we being upset because they are upsetting the balance of normalcy?
No, to me, I'm not upset about the balance. It's not normalcy. It's because what's normal? When you say upsetting the balance of normalcy,
Male versus female.
Man versus man, female versus female.
Yeah.
No, it's the spirit of it's people are mad about the spirit of competition.
All right.
It's the spirit of and remember what I said. This wouldn't even be a story if it was a female who transitioned to a man and came over and tried to build a sport team.
I think it would be.
It wouldn't. Want to know why? Because that person get dusted. That person will get dusted.
Oh, you just talking about like they wouldn't be able to be a winner. They're just always be
and that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by the story would be that, oh yeah, the story would be we have a transgender on the team. That'll be the story. And that's where to stop at. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where to stop at.
I agree that is what, because it won't be like they won or
right.
I mean, I can't necessarily say what they can and can't do, but I don't expect for them to come in.
Let me throw this. They wouldn't win at the highest level that they could win at. Because that's where it gets.
I'm just gonna say I don't expect for them to be able to, but I mean, stranger things has happened.
Look, like I said, I can't throw 100%. I can never throw 100% on anything. Because like you said, stranger things has happened. But can you imagine a let me see a female who transitioned over to a male and played running back? How far is she going?
I mean, I don't
after puberty. How far is she going?
I don't think she can go. I personally don't think that she can go that far. But that's not saying that she can't go that far.
Right, but what's the percentage on but? What's the percentage on but? Because like I said, we can't go 100% on nothing.
0 something.
Which is basically she ain't going. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it is, because you can't throw 100%.
She might be 50.
Shut up, man. She might be shifty. She's shifty, all right.
She might be able to hit a spin move with two.
Okay. You see some of these running backs dragging players.
She'll never be able to do that.
You see something, but that's what I'm saying. So yeah, she might be able to
get that powerful ass stiff arm.
She might be able to hit
that she might not never be able to do. But she might be able to cut. She might be able to hit.
Listen, right. So, but that's what I'm saying. How effective would she be? Because I'm not saying she wouldn't be able to pick up a 10-yard run.
Over time, I mean, I think that she would have a short lifespan.
So would you consider that competing?
Did she at one point compete? Yes.
Not like showing up. When I say competing, meaning when I
at the highest level, I really don't think so, man. I mean, I think because a lot of the football aspect is just so brutal. Not even people who played their whole life last that long. I mean, from what me and you just looked up the other day.
I said 3.5.
3 seasons. So it's just so brutal that it'll be hard pressed for anybody to make it a long time. I mean, but I see that it's even a shorter lifespan for trans, especially when it comes from a female becoming a male and then trying to be in the NFL. It's just so hard. And then it's something that you don't see, and that's what I mean by like the normalization of it. Like it's hard to want to go against what you've been watching for years and years on end and try to see something new. Now, so I won't say that it necessarily can't happen, but the likelihood of it happening is a totally different story, right? Because male sports are predominantly based on male physiology, right? I'm competing against another male that's has an elite physiology that's equal or if not greater than mine, right?
It
doesn't account for the female at all, but in no form or fashion.
Female sports is the same way. It's just catered to the female physiology.
Correct.
They compete to the highest. Some bad females out there.
They compete to the highest level of
what the female peak is. Correct.
Correct.
Now, if I'm coming in at, I don't know how old Leah Thompson is, 20, 22, 23, 24 years old, just transitioned 2 years ago, I'm already surpassed most of their peaks, right?
Yeah.
Most of their Olympic level peaks, right?
Right.
Where is the, and that's what I mean, where is the spirit of competition in that? There is none. What that, it's not sports no more.
I mean, I just really think, I mean, from what I saw, man, and in the article, I personally felt like he was taking advantage of the situation a little bit. Or mentally, he just can't give up swimming.
But that would still be taking advantage of the situation.
And to me, that reminds me of, and I know whites hate to be compared against blacks, but it reminds me a little bit of T.O. Right, like where you don't never want to quit, bro. You know you're not supposed to. You're supposed to be done at this point. And you know like, because for T.O. it's an age thing, right? Like T.O., you too old to be doing this now, bro. You didn't came, you didn't play, you didn't practice, you didn't call, you didn't did everything. Let it go, right?
You had a long, right? But
not for him, for her, Leah Thompson. I feel like you've competed. You've competed 3-4 years already. Now you want to go compete some more somewhere else, but then you want to compete with lessers, with said what is not your equal. Because when you compete with your equal, you didn't win.
You know what would be dope? If he transitioned and still competed on the male side, and then since there's no, they don't like to differentiate between a trans woman. They just say, oh no, she's a woman. That would make him, pseudo the first woman. Let's say he did go out there, win a medal, and
oh, you know what? He will be the first woman to beat men.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To me,
that makes for a damn good narrative.
Let's do that side. Let's try that. But we know that, or I ain't gonna say we know, but most trans,
it's not allowed.
Why wouldn't it be allowed?
I mean,
I guess that would be my question.
It's not that it cannot be done. You just won't see it be done.
But to me, that's the fight. The fight ain't, oh, I transitioned to a woman, I'm finna go whoop all the women's ass. That's not the fight.
that to me, that, like you said, like I don't think that's the whole fight. It's the fight that you've changed yourself, but you can still, like, from pretty much like what you're saying is he should still be able to compete with me in a female body.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, now when you go and compete with men, are you competitive?
Right. And that's what I'm going to get at. We know that that's not going to happen, because the only reason why, I'm not going to say the only reason why, but it seems like a lot of those who transition over only do it, or when they were competing as a man, they wasn't bot shit.
Right.
The weightlifter wasn't bot shit. The boxer wasn't bot shit. Then they transition over. Oh, I'm getting medal after medal. I'm getting accolades. People coming up and talking to me. So it's like, why are you doing? Are you doing this just for? Is this the real definition of clout chasing? You see what I'm saying?
It could be like in the essence of it, from what you're saying. Yeah, I think it is. It's a definition of clout chasing, and they do it ever so well because they're using the laws and they're using the laws and the lack of rules to get it done.
Right. And you brought up the NCAA. Y'all need to talk, man. Y'all need to do something. Like, y'all need to come out and say, hold on, we need to let's halt this for a second.
No, they need to protect their athletes.
Right. And this ain't protecting their athletes. It's not.
You need to protect your athletes. Because that's all it is.
I'm gonna go back to it. I got it. You got a daughter. I got a daughter. If my daughter, if it's one left scholarship, one spot left, and the coach picks the trans female over the real female, I would be mad.
Yeah, because that ain't fair.
It's not fair. That's not fair. You know what I'm saying? But then the coach is like, but I still want you on the team. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna have to pay or whatever. I still think you're a good swimmer. You one of the best, you know what I'm saying? But I had to pick him because like that ain't fair.
That ain't right.
That ain't right. Yep, and his time gonna count, and he blowing everybody out the water every meet we go to. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit ain't cool whatsoever.
But I'm gonna say it like this too, man. Like I said, I always go back to the normalcy thing. Like back when black people first showed up in the league, they were faster. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. They seemed like they were more advantageous than the counterpart white. People had a lot of pushback on that. But as I said before, there is not enough of them. But like you could literally, even way back when black folks was first show up into a sport, it was enough black folks on the sideline to instantly show up and be on every team.
Right. But
so to me, in saying that, it's kind of like this. We all compete. We all got an audience. Females have an audience, whether it's mom and dad. Males got an audience, whether it's mom and dad. And then it extends out from there, right? Then we got males that go watch other males, and then you got females that go support other females.
Right.
And then now you will have transgender supporting transgenders. But the pool costs money to make. The pool costs money to put water in the pool. Right. The pool costs money to maintain. How many transgenders, because I'm going to put it on the transgender population, how many of y'all going to come out and support these races that he's involved in? Because right now you
fighting, bro. You getting to one thing that I was about to switch it over from sports to just what's in the media, right? And I'm gonna pause you real quick, but I'm gonna use.
But because to me, like I said, to me that also goes in the line of having an audience to compete in front of. Right. That's why I said y'all should get your own stat.
I'm a reason, and when I pause you, I want to use what you said and piggyback and grow off of what you just said. You know, I got the other podcast and I talk a lot about comic book movies and comic books and stuff. You know, I read comic books and stuff.
Right.
A lot of a lot of new writers are trans, gay, whatever, stuff like that. And they write these stories, you know what I'm saying? And they kind of insert themselves into the books or into the movies, you know what I'm saying? And then the book fails. It doesn't sell or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They do all this virtue signaling and it doesn't, the needle isn't moved. You said, how many of y'all gonna show up in the stands? And I'm glad you said that because it seems like we pay attention to the trans community, which is fine. I'm all about, you know what I'm saying? They should be included or whatever, but with their population being so low, business decisions shouldn't weigh or rely on necessarily what the trans or the gay population thinks, because if you're not showing up to buy my product, you know what I'm saying? Why am I even trying to change or not disinclude, but why am I trying to include you to this type of level? You see what I'm saying? Why am I going all the way here when you're not going all the way here for me?
Now I'm gonna say this, just like what you're saying. Now if y'all want to leave comments and let us know why or how, or if we're misguided by the numbers, right?
Right.
Then please let us know.
Right. Let us know.
Because one thing about being black, they'll always talk about the black dollar. We get force fed about the black dollar all the damn time.
Right.
Like and then we also get fed about how much money America has, right? But they usually, when they speaking on America, the blacks probably assume that they're talking about the white dollar. Then we'll get every community or every demographic has their money force fed to the rest of the population in America. They're really, really good about it. So that's why I brought up the dollar amount and y'all support for something. Because y'all, now I'm not saying y'all, that community to me hasn't force fed us the dollar amount. So we know that you're capable of wielding a whole sport. And if you are capable of wielding a whole sport, then let me know, why is it wrong for y'all not to have y'all own stat line?
Right.
Y'all own section.
Right. And
if your rhetorical question back to me is, why don't blacks have their own line? We're not necessarily talking about race. We're talking about
right, because race isn't race. At the end of the day, race isn't a thing. At the end of the day, race isn't. Think about it. Your skin color, you know what I'm saying?
It's something that we made.
That's made, right? And that's what I mean by it's not a thing. But because if I stripped your skin away, I couldn't tell if you was black or white at the end of the day, right?
No.
But I could tell you was a man.
I could tell you was a man or a female.
You know what I'm saying? Based off of your muscles and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Now,
and we know this to be true because when they originally found skeletons, they would always be like, it's a male, and then they would guess on what the color was or the pigment of the skin could be.
Based off of where in the world that they lived at.
Right. That's what they try to do.
That's all they can do. Scientifically, they could be straight up wrong about how this person looked.
Correct.
As far as skin color, the type
of hair
they had,
due to the pelvic region, and it was a male.
But they knew, right? And that's what I'm getting at. So at the end of the day, your body physiologically is still male. You can't. I don't care how much testosterone reducing drugs you take.
When that motherfucking body die, it's probably gonna die as your original sex.
It's not going to because once you're a man, you're a man. Once you hit puberty and you go, especially go 5 years after puberty, and you've been competing as a man or as a boy, so that means you've been strengthening your bones, strengthening your muscles, making your lungs bigger, right? You've been doing all of that. So when you take them drugs, your lungs don't get smaller, your limbs don't get less dense, your muscles for the most part don't necessarily get smaller. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna be bigger, stronger, faster than your female counterpart.
Correct.
In the story, and I don't understand why it's even a fight on that. Right now,
the fight is that it doesn't. I've always said this, that the gender fight situation don't have no race on it. So it's color, like it's susceptible to nothing, right? And the only reason we know he's transgender or what have you is because they had rules put in place about, what's required.
Right.
But racism, right, it's a much easier thing to classify when it comes to athleticism or anything, right? Visually.
Okay.
So for him, it's easier for the NCAA to be accepting to it because it doesn't have a color on it. They don't know who child that can be powerful that you
always say, oh, we got the black trans woman, or we got
you do. You do.
It's
what I'm saying is
I get 2 for 1. I can get 2 for 1.
No, but ultimately what I'm saying is, like, it doesn't. It's harder for sports to alienate out them because they don't know who they are.
No.
Like who your family member is. Like your family member might be like, one day, man, I might pull a budget, or I might not help you build this. Said I. It's real hard.
You don't know who
their parents are. Right.
Yeah, but I mean, ain't that the same thing?
Because gender is so hidden. Gender is hidden.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Isn't that the same thing with a woman?
That what?
Mistreating a woman, you don't know who they daddy is, they uncle, cousin, brother.
This is why right now we getting these letters to come out from the parents. It's because now you didn't know who the fuck their parents was, and now their parents got a voice and got a position that to uphold. You're absolutely right. But the thing about it is, you didn't, by you not taking a stance, right, and schools being public institutions, you're not allowed to discriminate. You're not said to be able to discriminate in no form or fashion.
Except for in sports.
Except for in sports. But that doesn't mean you can't create something different.
No, okay, so you get to the part to where, hey, let's create something different. No, I'm with you on that. I'm with you. But if you're just saying that the NCAA ain't speaking up because
they are a state or federal institution.
Right. But that goes back to the whole situation of the line. Where's the line at? Where is the rule? What is the not just where? What is the rule when it comes?
The rule in that article was that the NCAA put in place that you had to have 1 year of therapy, hormone therapy.
But
that's a rule.
What's the science? And what's the science behind that?
I just read in the article. I don't know.
No. This is just a rhetorical question because what's the science behind that? 1 year of hormone therapy does what?
I mean, I think that the only thing I can say is that it shows that you're dedicated to becoming a woman.
But what does it do in the spirit of competition? The thing is, I don't care about him transitioning to a woman has nothing to do with the spirit of competition.
Right.
If you get what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't know.
They're trying to say, oh, you're being a bigot. You're trying not to let this person compete. No, I want this person to compete. I'm all for this person competing.
But I gotta worry about the other people.
The majority of the people that I have to worry about is these girls over here, these women over here.
When am I going to support them?
He can compete, or she can compete all day long, just not here. Or if he wants to be, or she wants to be a part of the team, that's cool. She can go in, swim her time, do a ghost lap or whatever it is. We get her time. Boom. This is her time, right?
Correct.
Now, when it comes to these girls got to compete against these other girls.
No, but Nick, I think you misunderstand. They can all compete. Their times just don't stack up against each other.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm agreeing with you.
Because you said do a ghost lap. What the fuck she doing a ghost lap?
Because this the thing. Remember, this person is coming in and taking the spot.
But don't let it be a spot. Don't let it be a spot.
No, because you're saying that they can compete. That means they got to line up in these lanes.
Yeah, line up in the lanes.
Right, but it can only be so many lanes. It's only so many lanes.
I mean, but it is only so many lanes. But that don't mean that she can't compete now.
But that's what I'm saying is
she can go out there and swim with them now.
It's just the way I set it up is differently than how you set it up. You saying
if it's 6 lanes, right? She could be in one of the 6 lanes, right?
And I'm saying no. She shouldn't be in one of the 6
lanes. You're saying no that she can't. I'm saying that I think she could be in one of the 6 lanes. Her time just doesn't measure up against their time.
Okay, if it's because let's say it's 4 schools at this meet.
Right.
4 schools. They
all 4 of them got one transgender.
No, only one of them got a transgender. One. Pen.
But then her time wouldn't count against the 4 schools.
Right. And I agree with you on that. I'm saying, so if it's 3 spots per team, right? She's taking up a spot. Let's say it's 9 lanes. She's taking up a spot. Boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody gonna have to swim by themselves.
Yeah.
So I think it should be her.
Or increase the numbers.
This because at the end of the day,
because my whole thing is this: she has competed against another female trans before and lost.
Uh-huh.
So why don't we take? And that's what I mean by it's not enough of them yet.
No, it's not enough of them.
It's not enough of them to compete because that way, right now, they just 1-0 or 1-1 or whatever they number is against each other, and they both are champs. Right? You the number 1 champ for right now. I'm the number 2 right now. And then when I beat you, I'm the number 1. So you can still get a trophy. You can still get a scholarship. You can still get, if somebody want to come back and endorse you for being number 1 or number 2, that's fine. But your number is not allowed to go up against a female's number.
Okay. Yeah. No, me and you saying the same thing. I'm just saying how it should be formatted out when the race happens.
Right.
Like I said, she should be able to compete. The other trans should be able to compete. I agree with you. It's not enough for them to form their own transgender sports league or transgender entryway. Right. That's cool. I feel you on that. They could still be a part of the team, but that time gets not set aside, but it's over here in this column.
Right. That's it. That way nobody's alienated it out.
Right. It's over in this column.
Because if it's another transgender, that's who you would want to compete with. You're your own said type, right? You don't want to compete against just a woman. We can still celebrate you as being because to me, that way, if all you wanted to do was be better than a woman when you started off as a man, what does that say about you as a competitor?
Right. Well, let me ask you this, because I know it's not a lot of transgenders on that, but do you think it's more than 5
in the
out
league?
Of all the colleges
in the league?
Huh?
I hope it is.
So okay, so if it's more than 5, that means we can all get them together and have those 5 compete against each other.
Yeah, they could.
Right?
Yeah.
Then those 5 can also go to the Olympics, because worldwide, I'm pretty sure it's more trans.
Correct.
Per country, right?
Correct.
Why aren't we trying to push that narrative? Why isn't there somebody saying, well, hey, it's a trans over there in Grambling State. Hey, it's a trans over there in Utah, UMass, or whatever.
I think it has more to do with me. Now that's the part where I feel like the media has something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's more marketable this way.
More controversial this way.
More marketable.
Because I think it'd be, and this is me, my brain kind of look crazy. I think it'd be dope for them to put the feelers out. Because if I'm media, I'll follow that story all day long. I'll follow it. This is gonna start and it's gonna die. This has a shelf life. This story right here.
It does have a shelf life. And it goes off every year when swimming ain't being done.
Right. It has a shelf life. But if I have a person who is like, man, let me see. Oh, basketball done came. Man, let me see how many transgender, basketball players it is. And I'm gonna put it. It don't even have to be all these teams, right? To have enough to do a season and a quick playoff. Boom, right? So 10. If I could make 4 teams with 10 people on each team, I'm good. So that'd be 4. If I could find 40 transgenders who wanted to play basketball, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. You see what I'm getting at?
I mean, I agree. But that's why I said we need to come out and see where they stand at.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like where's your dollars at? Or when are you going to come out and support?
Yeah.
I mean, because that's what they tell that's what they tell everybody else.
Yeah. So put your money where your mouth is.
Put your money where your mouth is.
But that's what I'm saying. Like they do these, the media does these stories, knowing damn well that, because the way that they try to, and I don't know, I haven't come across a transgender, not that I recall, on a personal level in my life. So I have no stories to where I've been involved or said anything, talked to or know a transgender. Male
not that I know of, but then I also know that I don't know. I'm guessing that the process of converting over is probably pretty damn expensive.
Right. So that's why it's always grown people doing it, right? But I ain't even want to get it. I just want to say, shit, you made me lose my goddamn thought. But no, we know that they're not coming out and supporting these things. And I don't know, since I don't know a transgender, I don't want to put words in their mouths, but I don't, the way the media portrays them, I don't see them acting that way. If you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't see them sitting there watching a Dave Chappelle stand up and getting all irate instead of laughing at the jokes. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. I could be 100% wrong. But when, as a black, and I'm gonna use me as a black person, when I'm watching a white stand-up comic say some funny ass shit, and it's based off of like his experience with black folks, and I'm like, damn, that shit kind of true. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna laugh at that shit if it's funny. You see what I'm saying? Like if he got
you're gonna make it, you're not gonna internalize it as much.
Right, because I know he's a comedian.
Correct.
I know his jokes. I showed up, I clicked on his shit to hear jokes. Whether he joking about kicking a dog, shooting a moose in the head, or slapping the shit out of some little girl. I clicked on here to hear jokes, right? Every joke might not hit with me, and that's fine because he human and everyone.
I clicked on it bitch to hear jokes though.
Right, but I clicked on here to hear jokes. So I don't like you said, internalize it. I don't think every alphabet person internalizes the things that we see in the media the way that they try to make it seem like that they do.
Like because I said, to me, it's just that to me, you got to implement. Well, if they want to, just show me your support, right? Because right now, the only thing we had in that article was moms coming out and speak, and then we had the athletes come out and speak.
Right.
I want to know where the community at that supports their transition to also come out and speak, because they need to support the boys that are going through. I mean, the girls that are going through this that have now transitioned. Right, they need support too,
because they talking about fairness, right?
Right.
That ain't fair. Like, so if you want to bring up fairness, then bring up fairness. Let's talk about fairness. Let's talk about what's fair.
I mean, because I think it's a really good narrative, to help other people understand what's going on with this.
Right.
To me, because I feel like it's so new. That's why I said normalized. But it's so new to, like, a lot of us just don't have the understanding of what's really going on.
But see, the reason why we will never necessarily get that understanding is because it goes back to, like you said, put your dollars where your mouth is. Who is the trans leader, right?
Oh, they may should not identify one of them.
There probably would never be a trans leader. Somebody who will come, because they'll say, well, shit, that person don't speak for me. I'm cool with Dave Chappelle. I'm cool with such and such. That person don't speak for me. You see what I'm saying? Because they all don't have to.
Hey, but that may be the reason why they won't have no leader. Might be the reason why. I'm just saying, come out and support these boys and girls. These boys and these girls that are choosing to transition, to change themselves. And educate us on and let us know why. It's to me it's not much different than what Dwayne Wade was doing.
As far as what?
Just coming out and having that conversation, communicating. Let us have some insight on what we're missing.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. But see, I think this situation is tricky, and it goes back to what you said. This is the reason why it's tricky. You want empathy, you want sympathy from straight males or straight people, but you want me to show up for you, but you don't show up for you.
Right.
That's what I'm hearing you saying, and I'm like, that shit is profound. At the end of the day, that's the realest shit. That's what it's about. You want me to show up for you, but you not showing up for you. And when I say you, like you said, you not showing up for Leah Thompson. You not showing up. You're not buying the gay Superman comic book. You're not buying the super feminist movie that just came out. That it flopping, right? And I think I'm like, shit, I might go see it, as you know what I'm saying? Like, most dudes see a good action movie, because I'm talking about what it is, 355 or whatever. That came out this week. They say it'll be like the first flop of 2022. It's an all-female action movie.
I ain't seen it.
Yeah, it's like the secret operative from the US, one from China, one from Britain.
I thought that was a TV show.
Nah, it's a movie. That's a movie.
They've been promoting. I've been seeing that shit promoted as a TV show.
It's a movie. It's a movie. 355 or 3 something like that. But
man, look that up, man. I think that's a TV show.
No, I was reading the article this morning saying it's the first flop of 2022.
God dang.
Jessica Chastain, 355 order call. 355. Yep. Jessica Chastain, Finn Bing Bing, Sebastian Stan, Penelope Cruz. Like it's got some hitters in this. Like it's some.
But it's not a TV show.
No, it's a movie.
Wow.
It's a movie. It's at because it's gonna be at AMC. It's at Epic. You know what I'm saying? It's a movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know. I literally thought it was a TV show, bro. They did a terrible job of promoting that.
Regardless, it still goes back. It still goes back.
Hey, he was like, regardless, my boy.
It still goes back to what you say. Are you
where your dollars at?
Where your dollars at? Because this isn't the first female-led action movie that really.
Nah, because you had the fake female Ocean 12 or whatever with Sandra Bullock and all of them.
Right. You see what I'm getting at though. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting at? Like you change the narrative and want to be all pro female or let's throw a gay person or let's throw a transgender in here and oh that's dope. That's the first transgender kiss on screen and it flops. You see what I'm saying?
Last transgender kiss on screen.
you
gotta come out and support, man. You gotta put your dollars out there, man. And it's no shade to no community or anything like that. I mean, I do know that that's what capitalism breeds. That it is an archaic mindset, but that's also how we do business in America.
Yeah.
And not saying that the LG whatever all the letters or whatever y'all have going on don't have finances. We're not saying that. We're saying that kind of like how they do blacks. They be like, man, but get your own, do your own production, get your own company and do it. But I'm not even going that deep with it. I'm just saying, hey, where y'all at? Yeah. Why didn't one of y'all groups come in and support Laya Thompson? The only words I heard was from Laya Thompson about the situation. He's a kid. He's a kid in college. Ain't none of y'all gonna support him?
Because I think deep down, because I was reading an article that said everything that the transgenders try to do is countered with an argument that makes more sense than what they said, right? So they don't want egg on their face a lot of the time, because at the end of the day, this gonna get egg on your face. This would be the wrong fight to fight. You see what I'm saying?
So it makes no sense to come out and speak.
Don't make no sense to come out and speak. The NCAA, they gonna let them swim. All the parents could be mad all fucking day long. Y'all ain't because if the parents is putting out tweets and speaking up, that ain't changing the NCAA. The kids anonymously speaking out, her teammates, that ain't changing the NCAA. Like I said, until they pull their students out, until the kids say nope, they show up to the meet, line up and not go. You know what I'm saying? Till they do a stand like that and it's costing the NCAA dollars or bad publicity, then maybe the NCAA will say something. Then you will see probably a trans group jump up and wanna, say something. But as of right now,
nah,
wouldn't be. This is a bad fight. It's a bad fight, and it's a losing fight.
Gotcha.
So, but I want to see Laya Thompson compete. I just don't think she should be competing against women. I think, like you said, she should have her own stat line or.
I mean, like I said, to me, she can go out there and swim with whoever she want to swim with, bro.
No, I'm talking about as far as I'm talking about official.
The stats need to go against somebody else's stats.
Official, right? Her official stats officially. Like I said, she can do exhibition. She can do go swim. She can. And if you, like you said, she want to go out there and swim with them, she can. But that we'll see her time. It'll be two refs out there with two watches, one for her and one for everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Unless all of the trans are out there in their lanes. and they all racing. Then you can
I
put
guess
them up against theirs.
That would and I guess that would be so okay with this one. With when they went up against Yale and it was another trans, should they have
their time should have went up against each other time.
Well, I was gonna say, should they have just swam together? Just them two swimming?
Yeah, probably.
You see what I'm saying? Just
if they don't do that a day.
Okay. I'm with that.
Because they supposed to be motivating other transgenders to come out and support.
Right.
Come out and join. It's okay. This is normal for us to compete. It's normal for us to come out and swing. Remember, I'm saying if that ain't what you're trying to do is highlight that a transgender person can swim, then what the hell are you doing it for? You just doing it to beat up on women?
On women. But that was my question from the beginning. Remember, I was like, well, shit, if you just out here just to beat up on women, are you trying to compete or you just trying to beat up on women?
You trying to get you an easy dub?
Because that's when it was they call her the greatest female fighter of all time. I can't remember what her name is. I'm gonna send you the video when we get off of here. But she went up against some old trash ass dude. Miley whopped her ass. This is the greatest female fighter of all time. MMA and boxing.
Got beat to sleep.
You know what I'm saying? By some amateur. This dude was an amateur. An amateur.
Bro. I don't know.
But
it's hard.
It's it's 2022, man. These are the times and the things that we're dealing with. And
it's part of society.
It's part of society, man. It is part of society. Like I said, I ain't got no issues with no transgender. I have no issues with any of that community. But when you want equality and fairness, it's a lot that comes with equality and fairness. You know what I'm saying? You can't come into the arena and then start demanding changes once I let you in. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say it like this. We haven't seen it done that way.
What you mean, demanding changes?
Well, you show up, you demand changes, and then change just instantaneously come. We haven't seen it done that way. Now, if we're moving to a world where it is done that way, it's unbeknownst to me at the moment. But normally, if we are moving in the world to where right is right and wrong is wrong, and that's not right, and this is what's right, and everything is fair and everything is equal, well then, I have yet to see that done without any sacrifice. Whether it's a big sacrifice or a small sacrifice. But if we are moving in that direction, hey, all I can do is wait, stand by, and watch, and see. But as of now, I don't see that being a narrative.
I don't know.
Not in 2022.
I'm all about fairness, equality, and all of that. But when you come into an establishment, if you come like, okay, if I'm finally, let's go back to blacks, right? We couldn't eat at said restaurant, right? We get into the restaurant, and then this restaurant only sells steak. It's a steakhouse, right? And I come into that motherfucker and I say, y'all need to have chitlins, hog maws, greens, you know what I'm saying? And I start demanding changes. What the fuck? What is that? You see what I'm saying? And
is that a hostile takeover? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I don't know if it's a hostile takeover. That just don't compute to me.
But that's exactly what I'm saying, is that it's not normal. We have yet to see it being done that way. That's not saying it can't be done that way. We just haven't seen that being that line or those statements or those situations have not currently been successful.
Right.
So until they are successful, all I can say is I haven't seen it being done that way. Our modern day world is all about doing things different than what people prior to us have done.
Okay.
At the same notion,
right?
We still do a lot of the things the same. So for me, until I don't think that we do business like that.
Right.
But that's not saying that business can't be done like that. I just haven't seen it. So if y'all gonna move like that, y'all might not have to show support, and y'all still might get what y'all want. Y'all might not have to come out and support each other, and y'all might get what y'all want. That's fine. But can I ask you, why don't y'all want to compete against each other? And if that's the case, why do men have to compete against other men?
But like I said, that won't be it won't be an issue because the female that transitions to a male.
No. What I'm saying is, just let everybody compete against everybody. Whoever come out on top is who come out on top.
You trying to say, okay, you saying, well, shit, let's just throw everybody in a bowl and see who come out on top. That'll be because, well, you know what? Yeah, I say, you know what?
Because competition, if you don't want to compete against your peers,
right? And
right,
you know what? I'm with you.
Want to compete against?
Give me a year. Let's do an experiment. Give me a year where we just mix everybody up. Best of the best basketball players against the best female basketball players,
the best trainers,
all the way down the line,
everything, and then we see what we get.
And see, I'm with that.
Do you still want to compete? You know what I'm saying? Like this.
Well, I guess shit.
Or do you want to get the easy dub?
Okay. Oh man.
Because right now it's looking like you want to
do that in team sports.
Huh?
That'll be hard in team sport because now team sports is up. Shit, I'm spitting.
No, you have an all transgender team.
Oh, okay. So you're saying like all male basketball team versus all girls basketball team versus all
trans versus all. I mean, if you want to do if you want to do an all lesbian team, because who do you want to compete against? Because the question is who you want to compete against,
right?
And why are you making that choice? Because you're choosing to compete with women.
Yeah. Well, that's what they feel like. They feel like they're a woman, so.
But you're a transgender woman.
I guess the issue. I'm done with the topic, man, because I can go on for days. Let's wrap it up. Huh? I
said I can tell you.
Yeah, because I don't know. This is one of them things that just don't sit well with me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because like I said, it's relatively. They are not new. They are not have never been on Earth. It's just one of the things where some parts of it is a mental mindset, and others of it now has become being a physical situation. So now that it's becoming more of a physical situation, we're having to adapt to both situations because mental is a battle in its own right. Like just you believing that you should have been female, or you believing that you should have been male, or you believing that you could be a better man than another man, right? So all of those things are just mental, and you're gonna have some ups and downs on that. Now we're bringing in the physical, like you physically changing yourself to be said. You want to be said equal, right? You want to be equal to the weakest female. You want to be equal to the meanest female. You want to be equal to the most low downest female. You want to be equal to the greatest female. You just want to be female. But at the same time, for us, or even for women and men, we all compete.
Right.
We compete in relationships. We compete for jobs. We compete for everything. So we also know that inside the competition, if you get one up on me, right now, women talk about equal wages. Where does the transgenders come in at that? Do you get a lesser wage?
That's boy, you potting, boy, you get into a whole subject that don't need to be spoken on.
But that's the thing, and that's why I say get your own stat line, right? And compete. And we will celebrate the greatest transgender lap runner. We will celebrate your fastest time. Because if that's what you're there for, to be celebrated, we can celebrate you.
Celebrate you, right.
We can straight up come out. You can get you a goddamn parade. We can celebrate the team that you was part of that signed you. We'll celebrate all that shit. Because we're not saying that we're not supporting you.
Right.
But I personally just want to know who you trying to, what's wrong with competing against your peers? Because once upon a time, there was no female league.
Right.
We created one of those. So what's stopping us from creating other leagues?
Right. Yeah, you're right.
So that's my take on it. You know what I mean? You got anything else about it?
Nah, man. Like I said, I can go on for days, man, about this, man. I would love to just sit down with the trans person and see what their take is from it. You know what I'm saying?
I can't lie. I would like to listen myself. You right? And because everything deals with understanding, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest thing is learning, understanding, and then comprehending what they're saying, and trying to understand how did they arrive at those ideas and those
right. Because I would want to know, would they think that that's fair? And then on the other end, I'm gonna keep saying, because to me, a trans person is a trans person, whether you transition from male to female, female to male. How would that look for the female going up against the men? You know what I'm saying? When they transition to a man, and if would you now take that opposite position? Oh, damn, he beating up on a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because it would probably turn into something like that. Like, damn, he beating up on a girl. That's not right. You know what I'm saying? I think, and this is just me talking, but I think men would get the bad end of the stick. You telling me to compete with her who just transitioned to a he, and I go out here and I whoop the fuck out this girl, you know what I'm saying? Female or trans female. Am I gonna get looked at as, oh, nah, you only won because you a dude? You see what I'm saying? It's bad on us. Oh, you only won because you a dude.
There's no good answer for a man. I think that's what you kind of like saying. Yeah. But Leah Thompson, you know, keep at it, keep up the hard work, you know, stay dedicated. The NCAA is letting you swim.
Right.
So you
stay true. Make the best out of it.
Make the best out of it, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, female or, you know, Leah. Let's not put the gender and play it off. Mm-hmm. Leah Thompson, just stay strong. Like I said, I would like the community to come out and support you. You shouldn't be the only one out there. You're going against a whole bunch of parents, a whole bunch of eyes. There should be somebody out there supporting you, I think. Mm-hmm. Not saying that I will or I wouldn't, but I think you should get support from like-minded people. So.
Right. I can see that. So yeah, if you're trans, support your people. And I mean, prove me wrong, because I think when you insert yourself into certain situations, and I think this is a bad situation for Leah, because I could sound bigot or whatever, but it's still physiologically, it's a man going up against a woman. You know what I'm saying? That's just bad to me. You know what I'm saying? It could just be the how society raised me, right? But I just think that's bad. But yeah, I want to see her do great things, swim, you know what I'm saying, be great in what she wants to be great in, and you know what I'm saying, but it shouldn't be at the detriment of these young women, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I ended, man. That's how I ended. So appreciate y'all for listening, man. Society's culture.
This is your boy Blu and Black Atom.
Yep, and I'm Bluminati, man. Appreciate y'all for listening. We out. Peace.
Peace.